Hi there! Today I want to talk about a small little thing before the game is officially out. That's actually gonna be in a few hours from here. I would say it's approximately gonna be in 8 hours actually. So I'm very excited about it. I'm gonna be streaming it. Please keep in mind I'm gonna be running a giveaway for every 1 hour of streaming. I'll be giving away one Lunite subscription, which is the monthly thing. And on top of it, I might be also giving away some battle pass in the upcoming days. So please join me on twitch.tv/KittyKathee and join the Discord on discord.gg/KittyKathee to be eligible for those rewards. So back to the video. The video today, I want to talk about specifically the banners. And I want to quickly go over the banners and tell you, in my opinion, which is going to be worth it and also what I'm going to go for. So first of all, we have the Jiyan banner. I don't know why sometimes I think Jiyun, but no, it's Jiyan. Jiyan banner, it's called Prevail the Lasting Nights. We got to see a good boy, yes, a big dragon, the good. So first of all, let's look at the 5-star. The 5-star is obviously Jiyan. He's an arrow main DPS. He is going to be the strongest DPS in the game on release. He's very good. He has insane AoE. He's very easy to play. He is incredibly straightforward. Basically, you want him on the field, pop his ulti, just spam the enemy, deal a crap ton of damage, and then switch him out. The thing with him is that he's very good during his ultimate. Outside of his ultimate, he's a bit more interesting to play, in my opinion, rather than just button smashing. But I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing in and of itself. Everybody has their own preferences. But outside of his ultimates, his damage is going to be way lower. He's very ultimate-centric, which means that if you want him to be on field and feel strong pretty much all the time, that's not going to be the case. He's going to feel way weaker outside of his ult. That said, he's still very, very good. He's going to be the best. It's going to be easy to play as well. Now, the problem with Jiyan is that he's the first main DPS, rate-up DPS in the game, and he is very selfish. He works for himself. He does not buff anyone else. He doesn't have that card that will make him useful later on. So he's the most prone to get power crept, unfortunately, because at some point, it's always this way. The first DPS, the first healers, they're gonna get power crept. This is always how it is, because generally, over time, they want to make stronger character because they want to incentivize you to get them, right? It is what it is. That's how it is with gacha games, and you can like it, dislike it, whatever. That said, he looks very cool, but keep in mind, he's probably not going to be as strong in the long run, and when he gets power crept, there won't really be any reason to use him, apart from liking him, obviously. I think this game will have the most player expression available when it comes to the gameplay. You can probably clear the game with whatever character, and that's great, right? But, okay, let's be real. There it is. Next, I want to talk about the 4-stars. So the 4-star we have here are Danji, I'm sorry, her, and Mortify. So here, the middle girl, first of all, it's a trio of the redheads, I suppose. Shishin, I don't remember her name, I'm really sorry. She's free, so you get one of her for free, but you can get some nice sequences here, which is Constellation in this game. So, Danjin, she's extremely good. She's very, very powerful. She's incredibly powerful for a 4-star. She is... Oh, Kiwi wants to talk about the game. Sorry about that. She's gonna be harder to play. She has that thing where, like, she puts herself at low HP, and so she's gonna get one hit even in the overworld, stuff like that, but she's very high risk, high reward kind of gameplay. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to prove their skill and whatnot will really like her. So there she is. She's a good character. Her sequences are good. Now, Shiksha, that's her name. Shiksha is also, she's okay. I think a problem is that the problem is that like she has some channeling. She's prone to getting cancelled, to getting interrupted. She takes a very long time on the field as a main DPS, and this is just gonna be better. And let's be real, if you're pulling for Jiyan and you get Shiksha, you're not gonna play Shiksha, okay? You're gonna play Jiyan. So, I know there's need for multiple DPSs for like higher, for like the end game content and stuff like that, but that's just way better. So yeah, here it is. And next we have Mortify. And the thing with Mortify is that he's very, very strong. He's a very good support. He has good damage, and most importantly, he's one of the best buffer in the game. He buffs heavy attack, and that would be incredibly strong, and he's actually the best support for Jiyan directly. So this is very, very good in terms of banners, because we have two very good characters, the dedicated support for Jiyan with Mortify, and this is just fantastic. So I will say Jiyan has some issues in terms of future proofing, but Mortify is very, very good with Jiyan, so that will guarantee you a very good early mid game. Essentially, you're gonna have a good few months if you go for them. Next, the next banner we have is going to be the Yinlin's banner. It's called When Thunder Pours, blah blah blah. So first of all, talking about Yinlin is very good. Yinlin is a strong DPS. She's a hybrid, she's a sub DPS. You can call her whatever you want to call her. She can be strong, she has good AoE. She has coordinated attack, as in like outside of the, when she's off field, she can still do damage. So that's really cool. And she is able to buff electro characters. So she's a very good pick to support or to go with Kalcharo, for example. And she's gonna have value for the future, because if there's gonna be new electro characters, and we assume there's gonna be new main DPS electro character in the future, she's going to be able to support them. And that means she's gonna be way more viable and flexible in the long run, and that is amazing. So if you want to play her as a main DPS, you can. And on top of it, when she might start to feel a bit underwhelming on the damage area or not as good as future character, she will be able to just support them potentially. So that is great. Also, let's be real, she's amazing looking. Yeah, so she's great. Now, that said, in terms of the quote-unquote bad points, she has some animations, she has some things that takes a bit too long, and if you really want to maximize her potential, you need to learn how to animation cancel, you need to learn how to switch cancel, and stuff like that. So there it is. It just means she's not going to be as straightforward as Jiyan is, and you might need to learn some tricks, let's put it this way. So that's for Yinlin. Now, the problem, quote unquote, is gonna be the 4-star resonator on this banner. And my issue here is that, in my opinion, Taoqi or Taoqi, Alto, and Yuan Wu are amongst the worst characters in the game. They're kinda on par with Shiksha. Taoqi is like a tank character. She has some heal and shield. She has some sustain. But she feels very slow. She feels awkward. This is taken from CBT2, right? There might be some changes in animation and stuff like that. But for now, she is not very interesting. So the problem here is that you have that character that is too slow in a game where enemies hit very hard. So even if she's a tank, she's not gonna really tank that much. She's not gonna really offer that much when you consider how the game is even like constructed. Next we have Alto. He's kind of a hybrid character. He deals decent damage. He has some way to support the team. Now the problem is that he has that complicated gameplay in a way. I think it's kind of fun, but also it's a bit rough. You have to consistently shoot through his wind tunnel he does, or whatever it's called. He has to dash through it, and it can be quite challenging. And I think that for a kind of support-ish unit, it takes a lot of time on field without any sequences. His ultimate is very expensive, and that makes him not very... You don't... I feel like it's not going to be the best character to build, honestly. And when it comes to Taochi and him, I just don't see them working well with Yinlin. So, yeah, I'm really not a big fan of what we have here. Next, we have Yuan Wu. So I guess this is the okay character here. He's the only 4-star Electro in the game at the moment. And he has some okay AoE. He has some coordinated attack with his pillar. He places a pillar that scales off his defense and that deals some damage when he's off field. He's an Electro character, so I guess he can get buffed by Yinlin as well. It's okay. The thing is, like, I think he's not that great overall. I think there's just some better option, but in terms of Electro, is all there is, essentially. Like, if you don't have Calcharo, you can use him, I guess. But it's not very appealing. That's the problem. Like, even like having some character like Yang Yang or Baiji or San Juan, that banner would have been way better and would have allowed you to build more teams or better teams in general. And these 4 stars feel very underwhelming in my opinion. So that's the problem with this banner. That said, Yinlin is amazing. So what am I going to do personally? The thing is that I really want Yinlin, but I also mostly want the 4-star on this banner. So I'm gonna try to build a little bit of PT, and this is very risky, okay guys? Building PT is risky, because there is a chance that you get the 5-star character early, and didn't want him, and then you suddenly spend too much of your resources on the banner, and you won't have enough, and you don't have a guaranteed 100% that you'll get Yinlin, right? So what I'm gonna try, even if it's risky, don't do this at home, unless you know the risks. I'm gonna try to pull on this banner to get 1 Mortify and 1 Danjin. And then I'll stop, and I'll just keep saving for Yinlin. That's my goal, because I want Danjin, I want Mortify, and then I want Yinlin. So that's how I'm gonna go about it. And hopefully I can get those 4-star early on. I would say never pull on the banner for the 4 stars. If I get Jian, it's not gonna be the end of the world. I would prefer not to. So I'll probably put like 20 or 30 pull here. Try to get the 4 stars. If I don't, I'll just leave it there. It's fine, whatever, moving on, right? That's kind of the idea. So yeah, that's it. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. Let me know what you're going to do with the comments underneath here. And yeah, like, subscribe. I appreciate it. See you next time, goobers. Bye.